So apparently, Miss Marissa from Diamonds and Thoughts decided it was time to get a little nosy and tagged me to answer some questions about my private diamond painting life. So today, we're digging through my stash, exposing my habits, and possibly uncovering some deep, dark diamond painting secrets. But I'll save you the scandal. The juiciest gossip that you're probably going to get out of me today is that I have been cheating on Dr. Pepper with Mr. Pibb. I know, shocking, scandalous even. Somebody alert the crafting community. Grab your whip, your drink, boink boink, and let's get nosy together. Just a quick note before we dive in, I will be working on Craftably, R.I.P. Craftably, Captive Fairy by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, square drill canvas. Size is up here in inches. Oh boy. 20 by 28. Let's just call it monstrously huge. It's not that big, but pretty big. Square drill canvas. I'll be working with my Ditsy's Diamond Den 2026 pink and black special limited edition occasion pen. Nope, that's not a pen. Tray. Hi. Okay, and spinning sparkles, diamond painting putty, my favorite. Hey, listen, don't judge them based on this. I've been beating this up for about 2 weeks now, so that damage is all me. It's normally very, very pretty. And then I will be using a Flower Designs pink and black pen here with Forever Young steel tipped multi-placer and a single placer here, and then my Zap Designs Fordite pink and black pen with a Forever Young pen tip multi-placer here and a brass nib tip of genericness on the other end. My Classify Elizabeth Ward knockoff type of diamond painting kit situation, and Forever Young section films. And I think that's everything. Let's dive in. Oh, while I'm setting up, PS, links to all the stuff and things will be in the description box down below. Also, some discounty codes, so always check there before you go shopping. Okay, I think that we are sufficiently up in my business, up in my personal space, up in my grill. Hi, welcome to my grill. Let's get started. You can probably see I do have a cheat sheet here. Yes, I will be reading from a prepared situation because I have the memory of a smashed gnat on a car windshield, and I need a cheat sheet. Sue me. Let me get some drills and stuff ready for some plopping, some popping and plopping. Man, I've been loving this Spinning Sparkles putty. Best putty of life. They have got to be sick of seeing my name in their order history. I know those of you who are following the slash the stash and how I'm not supposed to buy anything without express permission from paid channel members. Spoiler, I broke that rule and I must be punished, though I haven't determined what the punishment is yet. Hopefully that's not like somewhere buried in the questions. Oh, you know what? You want to know what a big old idiot I am? You know what? I'm not even going to take this out. We're going to leave this in the video so everybody can see. Jeez, mushy. That putty has a terrible pop. Ew, that canvas has no stick. No, surprise. Guess what? I forgot to take the cover sheet up on here. Oh, let's try that again. I never make mistakes. Only quality perfection here, my friends. I'm a professional. All right, seriously though, let's get to know me. Okay, how about we start with what is on the list? I'm trying to read, not hype. Just pretend I'm diamond painting while I read where I'm supposed to start here. Getting to know my diamond painting habits. Okay, let's do it. How did you first discover diamond painting? You expect me to remember that many millennia ago? Are you kidding? No. I discovered diamond painting. It would have been late 2019, early 2020. when I got a misdiagnosis. For those of you who don't know, I am a tumor factory. You heard me. My body likes to grow tumors, and not just any tumors. We've got some rare monsters growing throughout my body in various places, but they were first discovered on my liver back in I believe it was late 2019, early 2020, right before everything is shut down. I initially got the diagnosis of stage 4 metastatic liver cancer and was told I only had a few months to a half a year to live. And I went through an anxiety spiral, as you might be able to imagine. It triggered inside me something I didn't know I possessed, which was panic attacks, or the ability to panic attack. Normally, I had previously been pretty calm, cool, and collected, if you will. But no, I was having panic attacks and freaking out, and I wanted something to try to help me walk myself out of it without the aid of, special medicine that's not really great for you. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel what I'm putting down? And so I was looking at hobbies and stuff. Somebody suggested coloring, and I got some coloring books. But while I was searching for color by number, and also I had always wanted to paint like Bob Ross. And I thought, well, my time here is almost up, and I never did get to fulfill that particular dream. So why not try now? So while looking for coloring and paint by number and stuff like that, something for diamond painting came up. I think my first exposure was actually, what are you called? Paint with diamonds. And then I was like, oh, what is that? And I was investigating that, and then came up the DAC and whatever, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's so pretty and cheaper than trying to set myself up like Bob Ross, and the potential failure because I'm the least creative, independently imaginative and creative person on the planet. So hey, if I don't have to create it out of my noggin noodle on my own, it's kind of there for me, and I just have to doll it up, that's even better. And I ordered. Thus began my diamond painting exposure experience journey. That was a long time ago. For those of you who are interested or curious or whatever, that misdiagnosis, I do have a bunch of tumors throughout my body. They keep popping up in all sorts of places. They're a special rare kind called inflammatory adenoma type beta catenin. It's been biopsied and analyzed by the Mayo Clinic as such. And basically, it's a super rare type of tumor that can flip its switch, grow teeth, and turn malignant. Rawr. So, and considering that they're kind of popping up all over the soul vessel here, aka my body, kind of basically a time bomb waiting to start, waiting for the timer to light up. You know what I'm saying? That's a future us problem. Because right now, all my tumors are benign. They just kind of cause little annoying symptoms. But other than that, I am not, obviously, I mean, here we are, 2027, 7 years later, and I'm still here. I'm on borrowed time here. I have surpassed the couple month to 6 month, time encapsulated situation that they gave me. So obviously somebody made a mistake somewhere. Bank error in my favor, collect a whole bunch of borrowed time. That was probably way more than that question wanted to know, but that's okay. I'm sorry, or you're welcome, whichever applies. Next question. What was your very first kit? if I remember, which I don't trust me to, but you know, it is what it is. If I remember, I will try to put a picture up there on the screen for you, but I'll describe it just in case I'm stupid and forget. It's a picture of Jason in the lake with the chain around his neck, popping his head up out of the water. Yep. It all started with horror diamond paintings and just continued, though some cuter ones crept in. I don't know how. I blame Kristen, even though I didn't know her yet. Yeah, that sounds good. Do I still have my first completed diamond painting? Do I still have it? Oh, yes, of course I do. It's on my wall in a frame hanging right now. Of course I do. And that's probably the picture you're going to see if I remember to put a picture in. So, evidence that yes, I do. Still have my first ever diamond painting. What made me fall in love with the hobby? The fact, like I mentioned before, the fact that I could make something beautiful without having to be independently, artistically, creatively inclined or blessed. Honestly, diamond painting tickles a little piece of my brain that was unlocked during that time as well, because around that time of that misdiagnosis and the journey that began this whole tumor experience, I also had a stroke. And with that, the changes that were made to my brain, the damage that was done, and some of the changes that, you know, your brain undergoes to heal and whatnot, I developed not only the panic attacks, but I developed a touch of the, I think I've always had a little bit of it. I just never acknowledged it. But I had a little touch of OCD, and the application of the drills to their little designated spots and getting them straight and whatever really just tickles that part of my brain. It tickles it and soothes it and turns it in from a mean, nasty little beast into a giggling little nothingness. So my particular touch of the OCD is the organization and orderliness of things. I like things to be very precise, and for example, do not try to hang a picture crooked in my house. Do not accidentally bump into a picture and expect that I am going to be okay with that. Don't try to clean up my area and put things where you think they should belong. You will lose a hand. That kind of thing. Go shopping with me with the grocery cart at the grocery store, and I have to put like everything in their categories, like canned goods, produce, breads, veggies, and stuff, and then it has to all be like fit, kind of like Tetris, and labels facing forward. When I go to the checkout lane and I'm undoing the cart, the cans have to all be together and labels facing forward, and the boxes all together and the faces facing forward. On my worst days, sometimes if I'm having a good day, we can get away without all the labels facing the same direction. But I did one time get accused by my daughter of nearly taking a poor teenager's head off because it was one of those grocery stores that's like they want to be a family market type of thing, and so they offered the free perk of having someone come and unload your cart for you, and I about ripped his little head off because he was just digging his hands and messing up my nice orderly cart and putting them on the belt not the right way. And yeah, my daughter had to step in and say, just slowly back away from the crazy lady. She's going through something right now. Just let her undo her own cart. Thanks, guy. Here's your tip. Okay, bye-bye. Diamond painting fixes that for me in a lot of ways, or at least stuffs it down and subdues it, keeps it under control, keeps a leash on it, a muzzle on it. How long have you been diamond painting? I mentioned it, but in case you missed it, I have been diamond painting for 7.5 years, about 7.5 years. It's 2019, 2020, into 2019, beginning of 2020. Okay. Gosh, Marissa, so nosy. Listen to you want to know all these like super private personal details of my life. Like, when did I start diamond painting? How long have I been diamond painting? Oi! Oh, this one's a loaded question. How many diamond paintings have you completed, Mushmallow? I think it's fair, and this might sound outrageous to some of you, if you think this is, realistic or not, because I'm telling you what I'm telling you, and it's the truth. I would venture to say somewhere between 150 and 200, probably closer to the 200 mark. Yeah. My walls are covered. I have several portfolios that are just chock full of completed paintings that I don't have the wall space for at present. I sometimes switch out seasonally or whatever, but there's actually 2 big portfolios under the bed. There's 3 or 4 on the bottom shelf of the coffee table, and like I said, my walls are covered, and yeah, it's that bad, but it's a lot. How many do I currently have in progress? Well, that's a complicated question there, because I'm kind of doing a slash the stash challenge right now, and so there's that, and then I have a tier 3 canvas, and then I have this off challenge canvas, which is what we're working on right now. Obviously they're not current WIPs now, but literally just completed a canvas for a product review video that recently came out, and then I just finished another canvas for a video that you guys are going to see on the morrow. As of filming this, it'll be, well, no, as of filming this, it'll be in 2 days, but by the time you see this, it'll probably be a day. Monday. Okay? Monday. It'll be Monday. August, whatever that day is. Monday, August 10th of 2027. But, so I have some like extra stuff that I normally wouldn't have. But I guess you can't complete the ones that I literally just put the final drill on like 2 seconds before I put the camera on. So, let me count. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 and I hate it. Just saying. Do I finish one canvas before starting another? That is what my brain would absolutely love and rejoice if I did. But because I do a separate genre of canvas for my tier 3 channel members, I always at least have 2 canvases at one time, though I much, I don't even think that's enough muches, times that by about 10, prefer to do one thing at a time. But because of choices that I have made, I cannot complete one at a time. I've got multiple WIPs. I hate to say this, but man, Craftably, I love you. I love your art. I love your canvases. I mean, when we turn the light off, you won't see it. It'll be fine, but we are Gappy McGapperson over here in these square drills. The round drills were nicer, in my opinion. That's not a question. I'm just saying it while I'm thinking it. Okay, moving on. We are never going to get through this video. Stop yapping, Mushy. Are you a monogamous painter or a multi-starter? I am a monogamous painter by nature. That would be my natural inclination. If I didn't have a channel, that's it would be one at a time. But because I have a channel, sometimes the way things shake down with what I want, videos I want to create, and the such. I am in a position often where I'm a dirty multi-starter. Okay. My brain doesn't like it, but it happens. What's your favorite thing about diamond painting? My favorite thing? Just the mental health benefits for me. The soothing. It soothes my anxiety riddled thought spiral mind. I like that's a very good distractor because it uses my mind, my eyes, like my senses, my brain, and my hand-eye coordination, and it's just usually it's enough to keep some of those things in check for me, at bay. I like everything about diamond painting, really, but that's probably one of my favorite things about diamond painting is the soothing that it brings me, not just mentally but physically too, because of the nature of some of my health issues. I am physically uncomfortable, and diamond painting makes me not hyper focus and fixate on it, and therefore kind of in essence then sort of makes those symptoms almost, they don't go away, but my brain forgets that they exist for a little bit because I'm focused on something. So it's more of that mental stuff, but it also helps me physically in that way. Is that an adequate answer? Yeah, I guess it has to be because that's my answer and that's what it is. So, all right. I think that's all in the general category. Now that we all know more about me than we care to, let's continue. Let's learn more. Yay! Okay, got my preferences. Round or square? I prefer round because more often than not, see, I'm always looking for those square diamond paintings that you see in the like ASMR videos where they got the canvas up close and like there's no gapping. Each drill literally fits shoulder to shoulder, nice and tight, no gaps or, no popping and crowding, just literally fits perfect. And I have found very few canvases like that that are, in the square drill format. The round drill canvases allow for the gapping and stuff. Some of them have really tight grids, and those are my favorite. My favorite are tight grids, but you don't always get that. So round is the safest for that. And they're quicker, more satisfying, more instant gratification, whereas square drills, they take longer. They're a little more frustrating most of the time, and it takes a little bit of precision and learning curve and whatnot, and definitely not something you can, I'm sure some of you do, but for me, it's not something I can do and kind of watch my programs on TV and movies and stuff at the same time. You mess up with a round drill a little bit, and it's all right. You mess up with a square drill, and you just screw-diddled your whole darn diamond painting. So, rounds, I guess, is the short answer. Partial or full drill? Full drill. If we're gonna do it, let's do it. Full drill experience, please. Large canvases or small projects? That one is a conditional response as well. It's if I didn't have a channel, my heart and my brain love larger canvases. I like to get, a lot of time out of one project. You know what I mean? But because I create content and I like to keep things moving and keep things fresh, as much as I humanly can, larger canvases are not really conducive to content creation for me, for what I like to do and what I want to do on my channel. So while if I didn't have a channel, I would have big canvases all day, every day. The bigger, the better. But, because I have the channel and stuff, I try to keep it to somewhere in between small and large. I do every video. Oh my gosh. I do a lot of smaller canvases, especially right now during my challenge, but we're eliminating those from the stash because I've outgrown them. They're too small, but the quick nature of them is great for content creation in terms of like background for Tales from the Whipped and things like that. But, you know, and being able to show people smaller, more doable, especially for new people, canvases, and how some of them, even if they're smaller, can turn out really well and whatnot. But yeah, at my heart's core, I'm a big old canvas lover, but I do have quite a few smaller projects. Okay, what's the next question? Where are we going now? Poured glue or double-sided adhesive? Is that even a real question? Marissa, is that a real question? I would, oh my gosh, I would be so interested in hearing if somebody actually answered double-sided adhesive to that question, because I need to pick their brain. I need to know what's wrong with it. I'm just playing. Don't take it personal. Anybody who likes double-sided adhesive, calm down. We like to joke around here. Glue, poured glue, all day, every day, poured glue. Oh, we got a snoring sundown. Please stand by. Oh, sure, Mushy, you can film. I'll be quiet as a mouse. I'm just gonna watch my little man operas and be all quiet here. Just shh, nice and quiet, just like a little church mouse. And then all of a sudden, we've got coughing and we got snoring. He sounds like a freaking grizzly bear in there. Super quiet, really. Oh my gosh. Anyway, poured glue all day, every day. I do work frequently on double-sided adhesive canvases, and I can tell you, to me, they are straight from the hot place. Like literally sent express straight from hell to my desk. So not just the chemical smell of them, but like the rubber cement thick glue feel of them and how the drills kind of slide around on them. If the canvas was mishandled or the adhesive was misapplied even a little bit, it creates like bubbles and rivers and stuff that you have to cut and smooth down, and it's just a pain in the royal bootykins, and pass. No thanks. Whoever invented the double-sided adhesive canvas, hateful person. And to you, inventor of that kind of canvas and adhesive on that canvas, karma will get you. If it hasn't already, it's gonna come get you. I firmly believe that. At this point, my friends, I think that you are just gonna have to suffer through potentially hearing sundown snoring in the background. It is inescapable. We can't get around it. We can't get away from it. The crypt is still under construction, and so we are still forced to film in here. And even though he's 2 rooms away, the logs that he is sawing right now can be heard in the entire, probably by the entire continent, actually. I'm just saying. Thanks, Sundown. Hey, he has to make a guest appearance in most videos somehow, and I guess today this is his how. So enjoy the background music of him snoring. You're welcome. So controversial questions, here they come. At least one. AB drills or fairy dust drills? Oh, the drama. I say fairy dust. Why? Because AB drills, if you get some like kind of in a kit, get some cheaper ones, or you order some and they're kind of cheaper, they fish scale. That's what I call it, where basically the AB coating kind of flakes off in the bag before you even, or in your containers, before you even really get to work with them. They flake and fleck off and they leave what looks like little fish scale trash all over the place. But even if you do get good quality ones that don't fish scale, then they change the color of the base drill, and then you put it on your canvas, and it, like, for instance, AB 310, we all know that 310 is the color black, the sweet darkness that is black. But you put an AB coating on that and that crap turns blue. If I wanted blue where black should be on my canvas, then I would have asked, you know, for blue, or if the artist intended it that way, they would have made it blue. No, AB drills. Oh my gosh. He's really snoring. Woo, baby. He's gonna be so embarrassed, maybe. Yeah, because I'm not editing this and I'm not waiting, so anyway, AB drills change the appearance of the finished art. In my opinion, they change the color of the drill and the color that is supposed to be in that spot, those spots in that art, and the cheap one's fish scale. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. Crystal drills or resin drills? I mean, those are, do we mean like acrylic or resin? I mean, I don't care as long as it sparkles. I really don't care if it's acrylic or resin, if that's what the question was supposed to be or meant to be, because crystal and resin comparison kind of doesn't make sense to me. Sorry, author of the questions. That doesn't make any sense to me. I like crystal drills, and as long as they're put, like, they're charted in the right spots that make sense. I like resin drills too. But I don't have a preference. That's not entirely true. As long as it goes on the canvas, it sticks to the canvas and it sparkles and it's kind of uniform in shape and whatever, I don't care if it's resin or acrylic, really. There are instances that I care a little bit more if it's a square drill situation. Acrylic squares, they can come in, a lot of them come in almost like rectangle shapes, like thin. They're thinner on two sides and kind of long. They're almost rectangles instead of squares, and that can create a bunch of cuckery on the canvas. Don't really like that. I think resins do shimmer and glimmer and catch the light better, but that can also be due in large part to the number of facets on a drill and stuff. So I don't really have, I guess I don't really have a preference. If it sparkles and looks good at the end, I don't care what the material, I mean, which kind of plastic it was. You know what I'm saying? Bright colors or muted colors? Generally, I like more muted tones, but bright colors do have their place and stuff. I mean, if you have like a predominantly dark background canvas and then you put some bright drills in contrast, like in the canvas in contrast, it can really make things pop. Bright drills really shine with a background. How about a black or dark background? But if we're doing, you know, like this one here, this has a lot of bright colors. I don't hate it, but I'm more of a muted kind of color person. I don't really like the neons and the bright in-your-face kapow colors personally, but I don't hate them either. They're just not my favorite. Muted is the colors is the answer. Fantasy art or realistic art? I'm personally offended by this question. I guess you would consider it, if it has to be one of those two categories, I guess you could say fantasy. I like horror, thank you very much, and gothic imagery. Those were not the options presented unto me, though, unless you clump those in the fantasy category, but I don't. I prefer horror, gothic, darker imagery, kind of sassy, sarcastic attitude type of things. I prefer not safe for work category. I don't really like fantasy, true fantasy. I say as I work on a captive fantasy fairy. There are exceptions, obviously, but generally speaking, not the biggest fan of fantasy per se. I do like when my canvases look relatively realistic when they're completed. I have some Rokari canvases. They are horror genre, and when they finish and they're on the wall and you're walking down the hallway or through the room and you glance over at them hanging there, they look really realistic. I'm thinking like those the toddler versions of the iconic horror people like Michael and Pinhead and Jason and stuff like that. They almost look like family photos on the wall when they're done and hung up, and you're just like walking by and you glance over. Looks like a photograph. Same with Hungry Love and Savage. Those are some of the Sundown Sewer Monster. That one doesn't look realistic as much because it's kind of cartoony, because it's a caricature of a human. You know what I'm saying? So obviously that one kind of stands out as a little bit different. Not realistic looking, but it is really good looking. But I'm just saying, I prefer realistic looking kind of dark gothic horror images. Don't really jive with fantasy like witches and wizards and magic and little fairy creatures. Again, despite the contradiction on the screen. Landscapes or portraits? If you're gonna force me to pick one, I guess I'm gonna pick portrait. Animals or people? Again, depends on the animal or person. And if you can count horror icons, movie characters, cryptid monsters, and things like that as people, I guess we're going with people. Okay, what's next? Next category, shopping habits. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't feel entirely safe with this category, but let's go ahead and get in here. What is the last kit you bought? The last kit I purchased was, if we're talking strictly I exchanged money for this canvas and not like some loophole I found like Temu free gifts with purchase of other things. I would say my last legit like purchase would be Art Deer. I'm trying to think. I think it was the Art Deer Camp Bloodbath purchase before I started my diamond painting challenge and had to find loopholes to pacify my shopping addiction and whatnot. And before I had to start asking permission from channel members to buy stuff. The last thing I purchased, oh my gosh. Guys, that was a long time ago. Rokari, Diamond Design Co. and Art Deer are going to have to be it. If we're talking about like actual... Yeah, last kit. Okay, I was going to say if it's last diamond painting thing, we all know I cheated on my challenge for spinning sparkles, but otherwise I've been good. Okay, I've been good. What else do we got? What's currently in your shopping cart? Nothing. We're doing the challenge, which is just kind of a fun spin on a low buy, no buy situation, because I'm going to do a big channel haul at the end with the funds, with half of the funds, and the other half of the funds are going to be to decorate the diamond painting crypt, my new filming, crafting, she shed type area that I have. We've been working on it for 4 or 5 months now. Just summer got in the way. The heat, it's too hot to safely, for either of us who are sun sensitive, to safely do anything out there. So we're like, hurry up, fall, let's go. We need cooler temperatures. Okay, thanks. But if I had the opportunity, like if I could have a cart right now, I would definitely have some Feel Look in there. I was really impressed with that shop. Like a lot. I would have some Art Deer in there. Also really, really impressed with them. I would absolutely, this is a no-brainer, I would absolutely have some Rokari in there. I miss shopping freely. And I can't wait for the stash to be done so that I can shop freely. I wrote the, I can do whatever I want, right? I made the challenge. It's my channel, but I had one little indiscretion with a putty, purchase. Otherwise, I've been very, very good, and I'm sticking to the rules like a good mushy should. Even middle of the night mushy's been behaving. Like, what the heck? I have a feeling there would be more in more carts the closer we get to Halloween, and people start rolling out their Halloween canvases, as long as they're not too cutesy. I would have those in my theoretical cart. Do I plan purchases or impulse buy? That's another complicated question. You're asking the tough ones here. The answer is both. If it's mushmallow, then it was planned, intentional, and budgeted. If it was middle of the night mushy, then it was completely impulse, and I had no say in it. I, as Mushmallow, had no say in it. Generally. Or sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, hurry up, middle of the night mushy, so I have an excuse to be impulsive. What is your dream diamond painting? I don't have one. I really don't. I mean, I guess in general, it's not imagery, but my dream diamond painting would be, and I've come across a dream diamond painting here and there where the drills literally fit perfectly in line and no gaps, and like we can see the gaps here. Like I said, in those close-up ASMR diamond painting videos where every drill like is perfectly big and square and they fit exactly on the spot and snap together. Those are my dream canvases. I don't really have one specific canvas in mind or one image in mind. It's more of a type. Which company do you own the most kits from? If we're talking, I mean, obviously probably Temu, to be honest. But if you're not, we're talking like about shops and actual like companies. I would have to say at one point it was Raven Diamond Art when they were still open. And now it is Rokari. Rokari I own the most of. Let me add to that. At one point it was Diamond Art Club, because I'm pretty sure that's early on pretty much the first big exposure we get through marketing and stuff when we enter the hobby. So at one time it was Diamond Art Club, because I didn't know there were other places you could get the diamond paintings. Then my next big grouping would have been Raven Diamond Art, and then after that Rokari. And that's kind of what I have the most of in my stash right now. Have I ever bought the same kit twice? Yes, I have. And some lucky people later this month, when I send out creep mail after I get back from my travels, are going to find out what duplicate canvases most recently came into my possession, because you're going to get, I'm going to send some out in creep mail. So yeah, sometimes I buy them intentionally and sometimes I don't. This was a mixture of an intentional and don't, but it's kind of funny because I'm like, how did I get 3 of these? Whoopsie. But yeah, I use GemFlow to track and a spreadsheet online, but not online, a spreadsheet program situation. But even so, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, sometimes I forget that I had something that I really, really like and I get it again. I mean, sometimes there are legitimate reasons I have duplicates, but most of the time it's accidental. What is the most I have ever spent on one kit? I believe was about $200. And I think that's pretty reasonable for the size I got, I guess. It's a square drill canvas. It's like 140 by 105 or something like that. It's a really big one. It's something like 5 foot by 4 foot canvas. It's huge. And it's square drill. I actually bought two different images, but I bought 2 in that size or bigger. Another one slightly bigger. I gifted the other one away, and I don't know why I'm keeping this other big one. I'm probably never going to do it, but on the off chance that maybe I make it a year-long project or something, I just don't know. I'm hoping that once my crafting crypt gets done, maybe there will be space for me to be able to do a diamond painting that big. But as of right now, I don't even know where I would, even if I rolled it, still only so much canvas can fit in a roller, right? I still don't know where I would store it when I wasn't working on it, or where I would actually work on it at. So yeah, and I bought it early on. I remember buying these bigger ones because at the time I didn't know how time consuming diamond painting could really be. And then I thought it was something fun that my daughter and I could work on while we spent quality time together in what time I had left. Because remember, I was operating under the assumption that I wasn't going to be around for a super long time, and it was a project that I had hoped to start with my daughter and let her finish and after I was gone, and maybe she would still feel some kind of connection. It could maybe help her through a grieving process, perhaps. But then the right diagnosis came, circumstances changed, I'm still here, and so is the canvas. So there's that. What's the best bargain I've ever found? I mean, it's risky sometimes, but Temu is the friendliest priced canvases that I have found for my personal wallet, budget, whatever. But aside from that, from, shoppy shops, I think some of the better deals I've found are around Black Friday or special occasions when they do like buy 3 get 2 free or buy 2 get 2 free type of thing, like where you get some canvases for free. It's a BOGO situation. Those are probably my favorite sales and the ones that I wait for. Do I buy during sales only? No, I don't buy during sales only, but I will tell you I don't pay full price for things. I just don't in real life on everyday stuff, and especially on hobby stuff, because this isn't stuff we need to survive. This is stuff that's a hobby. It's extracurricular. So I literally object and at all possible costs avoid to the best of my abilities paying full price for anything. I will, if nothing else, I need a code. I need a sale. I need a free gift with purchase type of situation. I need some kind of incentive. I am not a full price shopper if I can help it. Because, again, this is just a hobby. And I do have life and real life things. We have kids that sometimes need financial help and stuff. And I just cannot justify some of the prices, especially in current economic situations and stuff, and how high prices are getting for things. I cannot justify not having some kind of sale or code or free gift with purchase or something. I'm frugal, okay? It is what it is. Save where you can, because that extra, $10, $20, $30 or, free canvas value, that's money I could help one of the children with car repairs, or a bad month where they were sick or something and short a paycheck or whatever, and they need help with rent, something of that nature. So, yeah, I hope that answered the question. I tend to ramble. Have you noticed? I have. Have I ever regretted buying a kit? Yeah. Yes. There have been many of those, unfortunately. Especially, it happened more often, I would say, when I was a newer diamond painter and hadn't discovered diamond painting YouTube yet, or, hadn't been really exposed to other diamond painting shops and stuff other than the ones I initially you know, was indoctrinated into diamond painting on. So, and I didn't know what I know now, and so I'd buy things that maybe at the time I felt were too big or challenging, or I would buy things that I thought would be big enough and turn out looking like the picture, and really I bought it too small. We've all had those moments, right? Where we buy a canvas that's, the image is something we fell in love with, but then we kind of brain farted on the size, and then it came and it was not at all possible that the image was going to turn out right, and it turned out like a blurry, fuzzy, stupid mess. Yeah. Do you know exactly how many kits you have? I do. I just can't access it right now because I'm filming on the method on which I would use to access said information. I don't have my tablet over here, but I use like I said, I use GemFlow, and I use a spreadsheet program thing to track my everything diamond painting. What comes in, what goes out, what gets completed, what's still left uncompleted, where I got it from, etc., etc. So yeah, I do know. My brain cannot access the exact number on the spot like this without conferring with said programs, and I don't have access to them sitting right here diamond painting talking to you right now, but I believe it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 to 250, and we're cutting down on that. We're slashing the stash, my friends, so that number is going down quite rapidly over this last few months. Thank you very much. What is the oldest kit in my stash? I just did one for this challenge that said I had bought it in 2023. And the glue supported, the condition of the glue supports that. Probably it's going to be something in that neighborhood. Well, no, actually, I would say probably 2022. I may have just one or two or three, a couple little holdovers from I just started diamond painting days. I might have a few DAC canvases that get closer to like 2020, 2021, something like that. Were they open then? If they were open then, I'm pretty sure. I know I moved here in 2023 with some. So they're at least as old as 2023. Which kit are you most excited to start? I've been really excited to start this one, actually. I really love Craftably. Even though I'm kind of like dogging on the gapping, I really do like Craftably and how they turn out. I was really excited to start this. But aside from what I already have active next, thinking ahead, boy, you got me there. I don't know. There's so many, and see, that's so hard. There's so many I'm really excited to start, and that's how we get our stashes, right? That's how they grow the way they do, is because we see ones that we like and we want and whatever, and we get so excited. But then something new and shiny comes out too while you're waiting for that one to come, and you're like, ooh, I gotta have that, and I can't wait to start that. I don't have a particular canvas in mind yet that I'm like, ooh, let me get through this stuff so I can start that one. I don't know that I could pick. I'm sorry. I know that's a disappointing answer. It's kind of a non-answer. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Which kit have you been avoiding? I can tell you that one. We mentioned it a minute ago. It was a 4 foot by 5 foot. that mamma jamma. Aside from that, kits that I've avoided because I'm not a huge... Sorry, I'm going to upset some people here. Brace yourselves. I'm not the hugest fan of Diamond Art Club canvases. Their images anymore. They're rendered over the years. I feel like they've gotten soft on their images. They used to be a little bit edgier and more my speed, and they've kind of gone softer, cuter. I don't know. I don't feel like their rendering style is kept up with the times, really. Reminds me, sorry again, a lot of this like Craftably situation, pretty simplistic, very color booky, line blocky. So yeah, aside from that big 4 foot by 5 foot I have been kind of, oh gosh, sorry, move the canvas. I've been kind of putting off doing some of the DAC kits, but spoiler, I'm sure those are going to be coming in the future once my Slash the Stash is over. We're just going to get them, we're going to get them done. Get them done and out of my face, out of my house. Do you rotate your stash? Please elaborate. I need more information exactly what the intent of that question is. Like what the, I don't know, what do you mean? Do I rotate my stash? I mean, do you mean, do I do like budget and then premium and then budget then premium kind of thing? Yeah. I do my best to kind of show everything, you know, all levels of affordability and budgetary, because not everybody can afford the same things that everybody else can, and not everyone wants to shop at certain places and stuff. So I try to keep it a mixed bag. I'm not a one trick pony in terms of I don't do just one shop. I try to spread it around and stuff. How do you store your kits? If they come in boxes, I store them in their boxes until I'm ready to do them. If they don't come in boxes and they just come in sleeves, I inventory them. Oh, I should mention that's part of my storage. I do inventory. I have so many that I do keep a list, master lists and stuff in those programs and apps I was telling you about, and on paper, because I'm anal retentive like that. But I do have an inventory system, and the boxed ones stay in their boxes and the sleeved ones stay in their sleeves. That's kind of how, and I store them on a storage, a shelving unit in the storage area of my home. Organization is going to change quite a bit for the better, and I will show you guys as soon as we can get the ball rolling on that stuff. We just gotta wait for the weather to not be 150,000 degrees every day. Have you ever forgotten you owned a kit? Yeah, I think that kind of goes back to the have you ever double bought a kit? That sort of thing. Yep, I've forgotten I've owned one and rebought it. Is my stash growing or shrinking? It's shrinking. That's, like I said, right now, largely because I'm in the middle of a slash the stash situation where I'm attempting to slash my stash. So I would argue that it's shrinking. However, I have been purchasing a lot of things for Sundown and for my crypt from Temu, and then they give you those little free gift with purchase opportunities, and I've been using the free gift. I've been making that a diamond painting canvas generally, or some kind of diamond painting tool. So I'm not technically buying it, I'm getting it as a free gift, but so there have been some canvases that are coming into the house as free gifts when I'm purchasing things for my crypt or family, but so it's kind of, it's a balance. It goes down, then it goes back up, and then it comes back down, and it goes back up. I'm human. I'm sorry. Okay, and then the next category, and I think this is the last category, is organization. Oh, now we're talking. Now you're talking my speed. All right, I like me some organization. What do you want to know? How do you store your drills? Oh, that one's another one of those kind of things that is in the process of being changed. Again. I have tried many methods of storing my, if you're talking about spare drills, I've tried many methods. I've tried that little box and baggie situation that a ton of people do, and it just wasn't for me. Not my jam. I've tried the binders, not my jam. I mean, I've tried all kinds of things. Right now, my drills are getting dekitted into baggies, and they're being stored in a drawer. Later, when the crypt gets to the point where it's ready for furniture and getting furniture built and installed in there and whatnot, I am going to be switching my drill storage to something else. something that I've only ever seen one other time, which is where I got the idea. It's going to be my personal spin on the idea. And I think it's going to be, my brain is the happiest so far with the thought of it. You know what I mean? Like all the other ones, the thought of it, my brain was like, I don't think this is going to work for me. Like this box and baggy situation. Thinking this isn't going to be the greatest for me, but I'm going to try it anyway and see. And then it turned out not to be. You know what I mean? So this super secret method that I'm working on here in the near future is going to probably be the best option for me that I can come up with. My brain is very happy with it so far, as opposed to all the other attempts at drill storage that I have made. My brain is like singing little angel songs like, ah, like that. Do I reuse containers? Are there people who don't? Is that a real question? Like, is there enough people that use like those Dixie cups or whatever to kit up in that are disposable? We need to ask this question. Of course I reuse my containers. Are you kidding? That's the most cost efficient, effective. What kind of question was that? Who authored this question? Step forward, present yourself. You and I need to have a talk. You need to have me help you edit these before you maybe I just don't know the context of the questions, but what kind of question is that? Yes, I do. Are you team baggies or containers? Depends on the project. Neener. There's your answer. If it's a small off-canvas project, like a Forever Young mini, or even some diamond design company canvases, if their color count is low enough, I prefer to keep it in the baggies. And I have a little baggie hanging system that I use, and I just hang up my little baggies and pluck them down when I need them. But if it's a larger color count situation, or something that has fewer colors but big volume of those fewer colors, I prefer containers. I absolutely do. So I'm kind of team both, but predominantly team container, if that helps. I feel like they're easier to travel with too, containers, because if you kit up in a container and you got to grab and go, you know, and you're staying in a hospital room or a hotel or something, there's less chance that they'll get lost or dropped or whatever. It's kind of all in a safe, secure little unit. What's my favorite storage system? The Elizabeth Ward style. These Classify, Temu. You can get them as Classify, Temu. You can get them on Amazon. But the Elizabeth Ward style container system, absolutely my favorite thus far. But I also really like those newer ones that I have found. I did a video not too long ago. They're the jars that can hold like 4,000 drills each jar. For bigger kits, those are my favorite because they can hold so much. Yeah, those are my two favorite-y ones. I'm not a fan of those brick, like the tray bricky type things, like the tray container and tray all in one. You know, you store them in there in the towers, and then not a huge fan of that. I know a lot of you are. I am not. I cannot help it. You cannot convert me. Let's not try. Okay, thanks. Bye. You use your system. I'll use mine. Okay, we'll be friends. I'm in a sassy pants mood today, aren't I? Woo! All right. Do you label everything? Yes. I refer you back to the OCD, a touch of OCD that I mentioned earlier. I refer you back to there. That answered everything in that sort of manner. Do you save leftover drills? That's another. I refer you back to our previous conversation. Yes. Yes, I do. Have you ever mixed up colors? Yes. Matter of fact, Sundown has a few little containers of colors and some trays and some tweezers and a magnifying glass out in the living room. And in his spare time, he has been relegated to separating the boo-boo, the boo-boo mashup into their correct color groupings and representing them to me when he's done as, you know, fixed containers of drills that were once combined by accident and are now two separate containers that have been separated and fixed and reorganized. You know what I'm saying? He's a rock star for offering to do that, but whether it actually ever gets done will remain to be seen. It's been like 3 weeks, I think, or so, maybe a month, since I asked him for help with that particular diamond painting ailment, and he started on it, but it has not been finished yet. I think he got frustrated and fed up just like I did. There's been a couple times where I'm pretty sure he's like, are you sure we can't just throw these out? And I was like, no, they're mixed in with ABs. You cannot. Those are special drills. I will hurt you. No, I would not really hurt him. I am not endorsing physical punishment unless it's the fun kind after dark. Last 3, here we go. Do you inventory your stash? I did mention this. See, I talk too much, and then like I already pre-answered some questions. You're welcome. Yes, I do. How often do you reorganize? Every quarter. Every quarter I kind of do a little cleanup of the records, make sure everything is still recorded accurately and whatnot. So every quarter I dedicate a few days to inventory, stash, organization, and management. Those two, I keep trying to pick up the same 2 drills that are still connected together. These little, see if I can break them apart. Ow! Nope. Okay. That like dug into my finger. That was sharp like a little knife. Last question. Is your workspace neat or chaotic? Currently, the most chaotic place on the planet. I cannot stand it. It is cluttered. It is messy. I have to move and shift things around when I want to, you know, depending on what kind of video I'm doing and how much of my desk space I need or want in the frame. It's driving me insane, but because I'm in the middle of transitioning to a bigger space with more crafting, you know, and more organization and stuff like that, everything is kind of everywhere right now. And it's just a mess because we're in that transitional period until the crypt gets done. And it is what it is. I have to kind of live with it, but let me tell you, I do not miss an opportunity to whine, cry, or bitch about it. So hopefully that's a motivating factor for Sundown to get on with it. Let's get with the program, sir. Move along and get the crypt done. Okay, thanks. Okay. Well, guys, I think we did it. We made it through the list. Hopefully I answered those sufficiently and gave you guys a chance to get to know me better and satisfied Marissa's nosy little questioning mind. Marissa, I am just playing with you. Marissa from Diamonds and Thoughts is the one who thoughtfully tagged me in this tag question situation and sent me the questions, and I was more than happy to answer and let you get to know me a little bit better, and I really enjoyed her video with the tag questions, and I got to know her better. So her video will be linked in the description box down below. Please do go check her out. Check out her channel. Thanks again for thinking of me and putting up with my goofy, sassy, frassy little attitude. I'm in a mood today, guys. I would love to know if any of the questions struck a chord with any of you, and whether it was my answer or you have your own answer that you want to share with the class. That's what the comments are for. Definitely do that. Hit that like button on your way out and subscribe with the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, whether it's me being goofy answering questions or showing you something cool that I found on the interwebs. Until next time, stay naughty.